Hey traders, John Gouger, crypto candlestick trading. I just want to do a quick video on TradingView and shorter time frame charting. And I'm just going to get rid of the jargon that I got on here so far. One thing I wanted to point out was that I do a lot of backtesting, and the reason why I do a lot of backtesting is so that I kind of am in sync with the market, and just to it's really good to find out how you would react to the market if it did this or if it did that, and so it's a good way to do it. Backtesting. So here I'm looking at sand, and it's just gone up and it's gone sideways, and now it's just kind of this here looks like it's doing nothing really, and we've got volumes dying off, so that there's no real major action happening there. But as we can see, we've got a pretty green day over here, which is pretty good. I just want to do some go through this trading view, and I want to do it just kind of explaining a few things at the same time as well. So let's have a look up here. I've got like a toolbox over here, and at the moment this one here is highlighted, so I'm on the crosshairs. So like my crosshairs, I can just grab it and I can move the chart around and stuff like that, and it's great. And I can come over here, and instead of me having to go over this column all the time, I can just take this, grab this by here, and then just say, okay, well, if I want to like do stuff around here, I can just kind of take the text, and I can get in the text and go goodbye, and then go, no, I want to change the color. I'm going to have it like a gunmetal gray kind of a thing, and I want it to be a little bit darker, no, a little bit more transparent. 28, a little bit too big. I'm going to make it 20. No, not big enough. I'm going to make it 28 again, and I'm going to make it a little bit different color, and I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. So I just kind of go through and do this all the time. So I go not bold or bold, italics or not, and yep, okay, let's say I'm happy with that. Do I want a background? Not really. Do I want a border? Not really. Text wrap, that's not big enough. And so visibility, don't worry about that. It's just text. Yep, okay, done, good. So now I've got that there, and you can see there was a little marker came up there to delete it if I wanted to. So what I do is just click on that, left click, and I go over here and delete it because I don't want it. And so here is my little toolbox, right? And one thing I want to do is I'll just go through these, and here I've got a trend line. Now I've got these highlighted, so you can see on my tool, little tool bag over here that I've got some things over here, and they're highlighted. The ones I highlighted are in here. And so I can take that line off, and I can put that line back on. But the only problem is it turns up over this side. I can now grab that and pull that all the way over here. This is probably one of my favorites that I use all the time. But I can go through and I can put a line, arrow, ray. I can do all these different kind of things. The ones that I got highlighted are the ones that I use most of the time. So okay, that's the line. This one here is a Fibonacci retracement tool. So basically I've got that highlighted. I just want to show you exactly how that works. So let's just say from this low here, I've got the low there, and I want to go from that high over there, but I'm going to just pull this all the way out and then line that up with the high, and then I need to click it. So what I did there, I got it to this high, but I wanted to take it all the way to the end of the candles, and then I clicked it there. So now what am I looking for? Okay, so this here is so it's gone from the low to the high. How far down, or how far do we think it's going to pull back to? So a lot of the traders, use this and say, okay, well, here's the 50% mark. Usually if we have a 50% retracement, that'll be, that's usually about enough, which is what it's done. It's gone between the 50 and the 61.8. And so this is the Fibonacci sort of stuff that they're after. We've got support coming up being the 200 and the 50, and, things are looking pretty good. And so anyway, that's how you use the Fibonacci tool, the retracement tool. From the low to the high, around about what sort of calculation we're looking for on the pullback. And so anyway, I've had enough of that now, so I click that and it's gone. That's a Fibonacci. Let's have a look. So, and you can go through all these. Like, actually, to be honest, there's a lot of these I wouldn't have a clue how they work, and I'm not interested either. It just, like, to me, it's just lines all over the chart, and it's messy, and like I don't want a messy chart. I just want a clean, Here we go. We've got a brush, a highlighter, a rectangle. I didn't put the eclipse. The path I got on. Let's just have a look at a couple of those. Let's have a look at, I'm going to go down to a lower time frame. We'll do a 4-hour chart. So if I come across a daily chart that I like, then I'll go down to the 4-hour chart and have a look to see if there's anything that's worthwhile that, that I'm interested in. So now just kind of shrink that up a little bit, take it down. This has got the same sort of setup. Beautiful, big, massive sell-off, attempted rally, Here, that low was undercut. If you look right, that next candle over here was undercut this. So anyone that had the stop losses, firstly, anyone that had the stop losses below here was cut out by this one. Anyone that had the stop losses below here was cut out by this one. Lots of people had the stop losses below here and they were cut out here, but this was the last straw. Bang, and then this is big money, separating traders from their account, basically. So they had a major sell-off, and then all of a sudden, bang, who was buying down here? Big money. And then you can see that there, gone sideways, and then, but this is an engulfing pattern. This is that pattern that I've explained a few times before. It's gone up. Now we get another engulfing pattern. We're closed above the 9 and the 50, and we're doing the right thing here, but we're doing it on a light volume. But stochastics are oversold. Okay, let's just have a look at a few more of these tools, and we'll do a little bit of an explanation on them. And actually, to be honest, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to check out the 5-minute chart, and because let's just have a look. If we wanted to backtest, like here on the daily chart, this isn't moving. Now let's just have a look on the 1-hour chart for starters. And what can we see? Can we see anything here that that's good? Okay, well, okay, we've got an engulfing pattern there, an engulfing reversal here. This is an abandoned baby. I'm going to do a video on that. They're excellent. And so here's the first break of the major moving averages. Here's the second break, and it didn't work very well. Then we'll come down here, first break, and now like this looks almost like a cup with handle kind of thing, with massive volume breaking through, making a new high. Things are looking good. Look at that. This is like an engulfing. So yeah, this is looking good on the 1-hour chart. Engulfing, engulfing, but it failed. Engulfing down here, which didn't undercut this low here, and we've got an engulfing that's closed above these moving averages here with good volume to back it up. Okay, so that is on the 1-hour chart. Let's just see if we can find anything on the 15-minute chart. And let's just open it right up so that we can have a look. And okay, this isn't really as exciting. So, but yeah, okay, let's just have a look from here. If we were looking at it around about here, we've got an engulfing pattern here, but it's not very exciting. First close above the 9, from that. Now here, this is all of a sudden where it changes. And this is very important to note. Actually, I just want to kind of make a point of this, because let's just have a look at what has happened. The significance of this here is that, like down, 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 with high, low, high, low, high, low, and I don't think I need to keep saying it, but here we've made a low, a higher low, and a higher high. Okay, well, things are looking good. This is the first attempt at that, pretty much. And then we've come down and we've undercut that low there. I wonder who was undercutting the lows from here, being, this is the first high, high, and high, low. Big money has brought it down to here to undercut the low to get liquidity to take up all these shares from here now, or the coins from here. Now, this is the important part. Bang, like this, all of a sudden the trend's changed. We've got, lower highs, lower lows down to here. And now all of a sudden within 3 15-minute candles, in 45 minutes, we've now broken our first new high, from this previous one here. This is very important to know, because here, from this point here, we're still making lower highs and lower lows from this point here. But for 45 minutes later, things have changed. The trend has changed, and you can see exactly what happened from this here. So low, high, and then higher low, and then bang, we made a new high again. So now, by definition, we're definitely in an uptrend, short-term, 15-minute time uptrend. But can you still make money on this? Absolutely. So high, low, higher, high, and then we've kind of come up there, and then we've pulled back, we've found resistance and stuff. But still, at this stage, we're making higher highs and higher lows. And we've got good volume on the increasing there as well. But remember, on the daily chart, it doesn't look very special at all. So, this is still sideways trading. I go down to these kind of time frames to, like play around a little bit more. But this is vitally important to your trading success. The first, coming out of that low there. And so with some of the explanations that I've done lately on, sorry, my throat's getting dry. Some of the explanations that I've done lately on how our buys before we buy end of day data is set up, and you'll see those setups happen over and over again, and this happens on a shorter term time frame a lot. And so, okay, here we are. Let's just carry on. Okay, now that line's there, and I've just explained that. So I'm going to get rid of that line, and I'm going to carry on with a couple of other things. I don't know where I am. Okay, so text, I've got that one there. Text anchored note. You say all these things here. You could use these, and no worries at all. and I have done these and I have used these, but I just kind of find that, you know, I didn't get into them that much. I just kind of used them and thought, yeah, right, I know it's there, and then just kept on moving, and then moved on. And this one here, no, I wouldn't have a clue what half these do, and I'm not really interested either. You know, to me, it's just it's I'm not interested in jargon on my like there's I want to keep my charts clean. I like this. This to me looks good. You know, I can see, I can read what's going on in this chart just from what I'm seeing there. Now here we go with a long position and a short position. Let me just explain that. Let's just say, I'm going to go down to the 5 minutes, see if I can find another trade. Yep, found one. Okay, so let's just say that I'm going to do the rewind tool, and I am going to go back, and I'm going to do around about here. Now, okay, this is good. This looks nice. Let's just open this chart right up, and I'm going to open this up, up, up. Now we've got low, we've got an engulfing pattern that's closed above there, and now, making high, low, higher, high, all that sort of stuff, and then down to here, and then bang like that, and then we're making all of a sudden low, high, higher low, and a higher high, and it all happened with going above this high here. Now I've gone up there, and so now what I want to do, if I am back testing the market, which should be done all the time, and I spend a lot of time doing it, and keeps me in sync with the market, and I know how to, it's easy to react. I know better how to react the more I back test. But you can't just back test like Bitcoin and go and trade that strategy on Litecoin. You need to back test Litecoin if you're going to trade Litecoin. You need to back test Bitcoin if you're going to trade Bitcoin, and you need to back test that time frame if you're going to trade that time frame. Okay, so let's just have a look. Now I've got this speed up pretty fast. Now I'm going to press play, and each candle is going to turn up as we go. Now I'm going to pause it when I think that I've got a trade. Oops, stop. Now let's just go back to, okay, I'm going to go back to there, delete those. Now here we've got a trade. Now if I'm looking at this here, now if I'm going to draw a trend line, so I get a trend line tool, draw it up there like that. Is there anything there? It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't. Like at this stage here, we've kind of overshot the mark. Here we've kind of undershot the mark by the looks of it. But let's just say that I wanted to buy this trade here, and I don't really know what's going to happen. So I'm going to get my trading tool, and let's just say that right now I want to buy this one here because it's a engulfing closing above the 9, and then I'm going to have my stops just below the low, that one there, and I'm going to extend mine, like to, I don't know. Hey, here we go. It's $5.05. Let's do it to $5.05, so we know we're going to get picked up. No, don't worry about that. Let's just play it for what it is. That's not what I'm doing it for. Who knows? This could go skyrocketing up and then pull back and then do this setup. I don't know, but anyway, we know that this here is a setup that we're looking for. So let's play and see what happens. And so, yep, okay, cool. So we've hit our target there. Bouncing off the 9 again. Look at that, another entry there, and engulfing off the 9, but it didn't actually go down into the 9. So now here we are at this stage here. You can see that those unfolded very, very quickly. So I don't usually have it at that speed at all. I'm only doing that as an example. So what I would usually do is I would have this. I'll just rewind that a little bit more. Let's go back to where we were. So I'd have that around about here, and I'd just press the play button and just let it unfold, and then I'd sit here and I'd have dinner or breakfast or whatever, and then I'd just go, okay, well, hang on a minute, pause that, make a decision. What are you going to do? And then I'd make my decision, and then I would, if it was a winning trade, I'll grab this line here. So let's say that one there was a winning trade. Now this is shaded in light green, so I can see exactly that it was a winning trade. Actually, I'm going to make that green a little bit more greener. Yep, that'll do. So now I can see that's a green trade, so that one worked. But then again, I didn't, we hadn't had a look at selling yet. So what we're after is a reversal candle closing below the 9 as our first point of exit, or big wide and loose trading as we're coming into it. Let's just have a look and see what happens. Yeah, spinning top. Harami looking thing. So if I was to think that this was going to come down, where would I think that it was going to come down to? Let's just have a look. So if I was going to, I would probably grab my rectangle because I want to get the body and the wicks, but I want it done separately. And so if I'm going to do that and then include that body and the wick, but you can see that that doesn't really match up very well at all. You know, like it's come down, it's gone above that line and then pulled back and found support there. But you know, to me, that's just I think a line would suit better on that particular. Yeah. So there we go. So come down, gone over, found support, bang. You know, just another reason. You know, an engulfing pattern off support, perfect. And so anyway, there's the rewind tool on a 5-minute time frame. We can even go to a 1-minute time frame if you want. So you can backtest on a 1-minute time frame, 3-minute time frame. You can backtest on whatever you like. But you know, backtesting on that particular time frame, on that particular. Firstly, I'll be going for the currency that you want to trade, and then I'll be going for the time frame that you want to trade. You know, have a look if there's a breakout on that currency, and then go to the shorter term time frames to have a look, and especially in these side by side markets, if you wanted to do that. Okay, so where were we? That was the extension tool that I just showed you there, and also we've got a short tool as well. So this is the short tool. So let's just say that I think from here on it's going to go down. So I'm going to put my entry at where it is now, and I'm going to bring my stop to just above that high there, and I'm going to extend this to let's just say that I think it's going to be around about there. I think that it's going to be about here. Now, if I go hover over this, you can see that there's a 1.63. So if I got a $2,000 trade on, I got $200 risking. That means if I make this trade, I'm going to get 2 times 1.63. You know, and so the rewards aren't all that good, but they can be absolutely monstrous too. Because you know, if you were to get on this engulfing one here, you know, and ride that up there, you know, and you would have got a few more entries as well. You know, you can actually do this, and you know, but it needs to be back tested before you do it. Absolutely back tested before you do it. Okay, there's those tools there. Now this one here, so I can grab an icon, any sort of icon that I want almost. You know, okay, sun's coming up, things are looking good. You know, no, don't like it anymore, so I'm just going to click on that and I'm going to get rid of it. I can change, if I wanted to change colors with that as well, so I can do that. So let's just say there's a flag and I want to put that there. And I go, hang on a minute, I want to make that flag purple. Okay, there you go, purple flag, done, see you later. And now moving down here, we've got an extension to, a ruler tool. So let's just say that we're doing, you know, we want to find out from this low here, around about what the high was over there, and then go to the next low. So here we are here, we've gone up and over, and there's our first low. And we know that, and so we just want to find out how long it was to the next low. And then we want to get an idea on around about how much it might be to the next low. So for example, so we've got 20 bars, which is 1 hour and 40 minutes on the 5-minute time frame, and it was 2.53%. Yep, good. Okay, cool. So then we can go and get the where were we? The ruler tool again. We can go from the low, which was right there, up to the top, and then bring it across. Where am I going? Bit of a brain fart there for a sec. There we go. Oh, he's done it again. All right, so I'm going to go from that low there, and I'm going to go to that high there, and over to the next low. So that there. So now we've got 31 bars, 2 hours and 35 minutes on the time on the 5-minute time frame, and this was 3.66%. Okay, pretty good. So let's just have a look at one more potential, and we're going to go from here, and we're going to go up to there, and so you know, like, are we expecting a pullback? You know, like there's 45 bars, 3 hours and 45 minutes. You know, so you can see that this trading here happens pretty quick. Like this is, you know, this trade here would be in and probably finished, you know, like unless you wanted to, you know, keep on, you know, if you're adding positions from here and all that sort of stuff, and then, you know, but this has all happened in 3 hours and 35 minutes. So, you know, we're looking at the same kind of things that we look at, but on a shorter term time frame. It's just a great way to practice. And then we're coming down, you know, we've got our zoom in and we've got our magnet, and, you know, so all these kind of things here, you know, you can kind of, you know, go through these. With this one here, like, let's just say that I don't want to see any more of these drawing tools. And so I just take that off there. Now I'm going to get a clean chart. Yep. Okay, cool. Now I want to put them back on. So I just click that back on there. And now I got the uptrend line. And then I got the, you know, like the support line as well. But let's just say I don't like any of them. I'm going to start again. Bang. Gone. See ya. All right, now let's go back down to here. So here's the times that we're doing, And here we've got 1 day, 5 days, 1 month. So if I got the 5-minute time frame, if I try to do like 6 months of the 5-minute time frame, it's going to be super, super condensed. Let's just do 1 day at that 5-minute time frame. So that's what it looks like on 1 day. Man, there's some good swings going on in there. If we're in a raging bull market and then you went down to these shorter term time frames, you could pick up some excellent trending markets in that shorter term time frame. But the only thing is, you need to practice and you need to know exactly how to trade the shorter term time frames. Okay, so there's the that was the 1 day. Let's go to the 5. Yep. So anyway, like this is just getting crazy. So I'll just leave it at that, knowing that we know what it looks like on the 5-minute time frame. Let's just carry on as we were. I'll just do a little bit more of an explanation on this as we go. There's your times there. We've got stock screener, text notes. If you want to take notes, you can just put some notes in there and do that. And then you got the editor, strategy tester. Haven't used it before, and the trading panel. I've used it before. And so, Bob, basically what you do here is you hook up, well, you can do paper trading, or you can go to any one of these ones here, sign up with an account, and then start trading from this account on this actual page, which is excellent. It makes it so much easier, so much faster. So you don't have to change platforms and all that sort of stuff in order to place a trade. Okay, so trading panel. Now let's go over here. So here, I'll just grab that and pull it down, push it up, so I can kind of expand that high low sort of thing. And if I'm going to place a trade, I actually want to be able to see exactly what's going on. I want to see it like that. If I got my trend lines from my higher time frames that are drawn out, like say on a weekly chart, and then this is a daily chart, I'll be able to see a lot clearer of what's going on. Okay, there's that there. That's looking good. And let's go up the top here. So we know how the backtesting tool works, I believe. I'll just do that one more time. Let's just go back to here. And then we're going to press play. And I'm going to speed it up just a little bit. And I'm going to pause it when I think that there's a buy. Come down, hit the low. So we've got a few of these, traders. Oh, here we go. We're getting engulfing pattern. So we've got our second engulfing pattern. So we've got one here. We undercut that low a little bit, and we've got a second engulfing pattern there. Let's just pretend that that was one of our buys. So we come down here and we go, okay, we're going to buy there. I'm going to have our stops right below the, no, not going to go right below full low. I'll have it a little bit further away, and let's just say that we're thinking about going to the 200-day moving average. And so what you can do here is you can buy this and you can sell 50% of it up here and let the other 50% run if you want. Or you can do what we do, and you can buy here and then look for a potential another entry. But I would do this when the daily chart is above all the major moving averages and things are looking strong. When we're in sideways movements like this, I don't look to go for big long strides. I actually look to take profits sooner. It's a bit smaller. But anyway, and so that's the way I do it. And then I'll press that to see how I go. And I think we all know that this is a winning trade because I've done that. So I'm just going to grab my winning trade tool and I'm going to put that there. And so now we know that's a green, and then that's that. And I'm going to get ready to pause it as soon as it goes through my volume's picking up a little bit, which is good. Pull back. If you pull back to this support, that's okay. Give me another engulfing off this support, please. There's an engulfing, but no. And this happens often. It'll come down to test you, and you just think, oh, why? Just do something. Anyway, so you can see here we're getting engulfing, and now we're trading above the moving averages again. Low, high, high, low. Can we make a higher high? 484. So things are looking good, and voila. Yep. So we've done that. So anyway, but you get the picture. And then now, so here, let's just say that we're thinking, oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. We wouldn't have bought that high. We would have waited till the close above the and then done similar kind of thing to that there. I don't know, put it wherever you want, and then I'm going to press play again. So here we got our first entry here. Didn't get this entry here. Didn't get this entry because it didn't close below and go above. And now we've got this one here that did close all out. Pause it again. Stop. And this is what I don't usually do. We can do it, and let's just pretend that we're going to do it. And I've got, so I bought the trade here, and I'm going to buy the trade here. And so I'm going to have this stop right below that low there, and I'm going to have it You know, I don't know, say 2 to 1 or something like that. So you know, and I don't really recommend this totally, you know, doing that, you know, but remember we're buying 2% or, you know, 1%, 5%, 0.5, and we're going to go on to the next one. So many traders don't add to their positions. They just buy once and that's it, they're done. Now look at that. Oh, you know, I don't know if I got stopped out there. I don't think I did. It would have been super close. You know, this red candle right here below this line here. No, there we go. So I've been stopped out of that one there, the first one. I've been stopped out of, you can see clear as day. Came back to find support there. So I'm going to grab a line just while this is still playing out. I'm going to grab a line, and my second entry was that one there. And I'm going to change the color of this one to an orange because I know that one was a losing trade. And I'm going to click on this and I'm going to get rid of that that there so we can see a little bit clearer. So oh, now here we go. Let's just have a look, see what's going on here. Okay, so now we've got a U shape, and let's just have a look. I want to put a line across the top there. And what I want to do is see a solid break above that, or even a solid break and a pullback, and then get the pullback. We'll just have a quick squeeze and see what's going on. Trying. Anyway, I'll get rid of this. You, I could keep on going like this for ages, but anyway, you get the picture. So going across here, we've got our. So I've managed to get rid of all the rubbish. You can put it back on, you can take it off, and all that sort of stuff there if you don't want to see it. You got the replay button here. If I don't want to do any more replay, I'm just going to click that there. Do you really want to? You're in chart replay mode. Do you really want to exit this mode? Yes, I do. And so that should probably bring me back to the beginning. And let's just have a look. Oh, look at this. We've got a little bit of a sell-off on the 5-minute chart with sand. Now, check that out, an engulfing pattern. Now, where do I think that we might be coming down to? Somewhere around here? Maybe. You know, it'll be interesting to see. So this is basically how we go with back testing these markets. And, you know, we can see, but, you know, well, you know, it'll be interesting to see what happens while I'm explaining this. And so, but we can see that there's quite a bit of green going on over here as well. And we've got replay and alert. So with the alerts, basically all I do over here is I'll set an alert. So let's just say I want to go, if this goes any lower than this, I want to know about it. No, actually, look at that. So this is actually found support by the looks of it at that tip perfectly. Now, if this goes, okay, let's just say that I want to know if it goes green again. Bang, I'm going to put an alert there. So if this turns around and goes green, I want to know because I'm probably going to buy. You know, well, let's just say hypothetically, because we do have an increase in buying volume and a decrease in selling volume on the low, which is perfect. That's what we're after. And in saying that, I'm probably going to get pulled back down to the 50. But anyway, we'll see. So just while we're waiting to see how that plays out, let's just have a look. So we've got rewind alerts, we've got those, and templates. I don't really worry about those. Financials. So you can kind of go through these financials. I don't worry about it. That's all, you know, like that to me is like, I want to know charts. I don't want to know financials. I don't really care about what the books say, or, you know, or the news or all that sort of stuff. To me, that's just indicators. I definitely want to be using indicators. And so like if I want to, you know, order block finder, no, I don't want to do that. So, you know, like let's just say that I wanted to do, you know, another moving average. I can click on that and go moving averages, but you know, I don't want to do that. I'm sure you're all aware on how to place moving averages and stuff on there. Compare, no, candles, I got those on, and the time frame, and then there's my my, you know, ticker that I'm trading on there. Okay, traders, I think that's around about enough. If I hope that you have gotten something out of this, and I hope that it's cleared a few things up. And I hope that, well, if you have any questions or you want to know anything else, you know, if I can explain a little bit better, let me know. But, you know, there's still quite a few things on this thing that I don't know. And the thing is, I don't want to know them. Like I know what I know, and I'm happy with knowing that because it works. And, you know, let's just trade that. Let's just do that. Okay, so I've still got the, oh no, this isn't replay. This is real play. Okay, traders, have a good afternoon, a good day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Hope this helps. If you need any help, let me know. Catch you later. See ya.